saddle up, saddle up, saddle up, saddle up, saddle up. This is the story of 26 men who rode the Arizona Territory. High is the glory of 26 men whose courage helped to build the territory. 26 men who saddled up and then rode out to answer duty's call. 26 men who lived to ride again and fight for the rights and the liberty of all. This is the story of 26 men enforcing law within the territory. Praise be the glory of 26 men who rode the Arizona Territory. Ride on, ride on, ride on.
The sting of a scorpion is always painful, sometimes deadly. And so sometimes are the passions of men. Mix the two together, and you've got yourself an ugly broth. This is a true incident from the files of the Arizona Rangers, and could properly be called the Scorpion.
Said you want to see me.
I told you to stay away from my daughter. You're through here. $200 for your services today. I called Joe Langley. He's taking over the herd in the morning.
Now look, Mr. Emerson, your daughter's old enough to do like she wants. Let's keep her out of it. Now, I signed on as trail boss with a guarantee of $1,300. I've spent 3 weeks rounding up your cattle, and I've just finished the count. Now, you can put on anybody you like. The deal is a deal, and I want that $1,300.
There's your fair share, Haddock.
In other words, I can take it or leave it.
Just as you like.
Now, you just take it easy, and I'll send you a doc.
Be smart, Haddock. Put another slug in me.
There'll be no need for that.
My boys heard those shots. They'll get me patched up pretty quick.
Now, if you want to push this any further, when I leave here, I'm going right to your ranch. It's like I said, Mr. Emerson, your daughter's old enough to do what she wants. I'm hoping she'll want to saddle up and come with me to California.
Darling, what are you doing here?
Look, Jenny, I had to shoot your father. Now, he isn't hurt bad, but he and his men will come gunning for me as soon as they can. So you're going to have to make up your mind in a hurry. Is it going to be me or your father?
You know it's you, Ben, but he's not hurt bad.
I swear it. I only nicked him.
Saddle up my horse. I'll change and pack some provisions.
Mr. Emerson, you better let one of us run for Doc Holster.
Stop your whining. Help me inside. Bert, give me your knife. Sparks, get some whiskey. Wait a minute, give me your knife first. This one's too dull. Now, this will do fine. Heat this. Now,
That old man's got more guts than you can string on a fence.
You ever dig this slug out?
You'd better do it.
Not me, son.
Hurry up with that whiskey.
This'll do fine. I cut me some gunpowder out of a couple of shotgun shells. All right, Bert, let's go. Just dig in deep and cut her out.
How many men do you want to send after Haddock, Mr. Emerson?
I haven't the slightest intention of taking a man off the trail. I'm going after Haddock myself. Hurry up with that shotgun powder. I got it. You'd think you delivered a baby or something.
Here you are, sir. What do you want to do with it? Lick it or...
I want to cauterize that wound, you jackass. Sprinkle that gunpowder in there.
Gunpowder disinfects, Sparks.
That's right, Bert. Now put a match to it.
A what?
Oh, you bunch of ninnies. Give me a match. Get some bandages.
Testify. I'll be back by tomorrow evening.
Well, have a good trip, Captain.
Thank you, Travis. Oh, hello, Mr. Emerson. Come in. Haven't seen you in quite some time.
Been pretty busy, Captain.
You know Ranger Travis?
I don't think I've had the pleasure.
Hello, Emerson.
How do you do? Captain, I'd like to have you assign me a ranger if you can.
Oh, why?
I'm going after Ben Haddock.
Ben Haddock, the trail hand that works out of Lordsburg?
I signed him on recently. Had to fire him this morning. Oh, we had a fair shoot-'em-up. Nothing much. But he stole $1,100, and he's headed for California with my daughter. Now, Captain, Jenny hasn't turned 18. That's child stealing where I came from.
Here, you better sit down. Travis, get some coffee.
Coming up.
Doesn't strike me that you're fit for riding. Are you badly shot up?
No. I was half hour on his trail when I decided I better pick up a lawman.
And what brought you to that decision?
Well, it occurred to me Ben Haddock's not the kind of a man to throw in without a fight. Now, if I've got to kill him, I'm going to kill him. Oh, thank you, sir. I figured after our little skirmish this morning, the law might rightly assume that I went after him out of revenge to shoot him.
And what else would it be?
A father's right to stop a no-good from ruining his daughter's life.
Well, did she go of her own free will?
No 17-year-old has any free will or good judgment. She had a blind crush on a man 12 years her senior.
Now, wait a minute. I know a number of women, 17, 18 years of age, already married. Happily.
Seems as if you have a deaf ear, Rynning. I can spend my time better in the saddle on Haddock's trail.
I'm not so sure. In your condition, he'd shoot you down. And he might be justified in doing it.
Well, I used to ride trail with Ben a few years back. He didn't strike me as such a no-good.
I know. I took him at face value myself, Ranger. Until my daughter started taking a shine to him. Then I started checking on the man. Well, I hear he shot a man in Bisbee over a woman. And he left a dance-hall girl stranded in Phoenix.
You hear?
Your complaint sounds like the typical lament of an irate father. I can't dispatch a ranger to arrest a girl because she's decided to elope. And I certainly can't let you go after the man she loves just because it doesn't sit right with you.
Well, I'll tell you, Rangers, one thing I know for sure. It's any man's right to go after a thief anywhere in this territory. It's his duty to go. Now, I'm going to go get my $1,100. And if Haddock so much as eating hedges, I'm going to fill him full of lead. And I'll bring back my daughter as an incidental accomplishment.
The best trail for Haddock to hit if he's heading for California is through the Sheep Mountains. Go after Emerson. Don't let him lock horns with Haddock. The judge will have to untangle this. When I finish my business in the morning, I'll pick up your trail.
Right, Captain.
You want some coffee, honey?
We ought to keep riding, Dad. You don't seem to care whether they follow us or not.
I don't.
You know, Jenny, there's no sense of you and I acting like a couple on the run.
Dad's got an awful temper.
And he has good business sense, too. That herd of his is ready to move out in the morning, so he's not about to send his cowhands after us. And if he should decide to come out alone, I figure we can persuade him to turn around and go back. I'll take the horses down to the river, see if you can't build a fire.
There's Jenny's horse. They must be down by the river somewhere. We'll just slip up nice and easy like.
We're going in friendly, Mr. Emerson. They're not trying to duck anybody, and it's a sure bet your daughter won't let Haddock ambush her own father. Is that Jenny?
Yeah, that's her.
Well, I'll take care of Haddock. You go speak your piece to your daughter. And please don't start off with a hickory switch. I hate the thought of riding all the way back to town in the crossfire of a family quarrel.
Hi, Dad.
You aim to spend the night here?
We just stopped for coffee. We're going to Yuma to get married, and I don't care.
You're coming home with me right now and no sass, you understand?
I am not. Ben!
Don't go off the deep end, Haddock. I'll take that gun.
What the devil's going on? Don't I know you?
Clint Travis. We rode herd together a couple of times.
Yeah, sure, out of Winslow.
Well, it's been a long time, Haddock. I'm with the Rangers now. I got dragged into this ruckus by Emerson.
He's a no-good thief.
He's not a thief. You don't right to say such things. Look, Ben's got another job offer to go with you.
Jenny, just simmer down.
No. Dad, you've been hurt. What's wrong?
It's
I didn't
nothing,
mean to.
it's nothing, you little she-cat. I swear you've got my temper in your mother's fight.
There's blood. Oh, Dad, you've been hurt bad.
Well, it doesn't hurt near as bad as seeing you make a young fool of yourself.
Well, it's not my concern whether you're guilty or not, Ben. I'm under orders to take you in on suspicion of robbery.
Now, what did he tell you he aimed to do with that money?
We're going to homestead in California and stock our spread with cattle.
Huh. He spun that same yard to a girl in Bisbee. They spent her money on a Mary Fling to Phoenix. As soon as her money ran out, so did Haddock's interest.
That's a lie.
Oh, Jenny, baby. I'm sorry. I never thought my daughter would call me a liar.
I still don't believe it.
All right. I'm not going to argue. And I don't want to drag you back by the ear. If you'll ride back ladylike, I'll let that trail tramp have the $1,100.
He's no trail tramp. Who's he?
He's an Arizona Ranger, Jenny. He says he's going to take me in.
The law's got no right to side with my father.
The law's not siding with anybody. Your father's accused Haddock of stealing $1,100. That's a charge of grand larceny, and it's got to be cleared up.
That money was due me.
My dad drew a gun on Ben.
Only when he demanded the money.
Here we go now.
You
Quiet.
think you can cancel out a contract anytime you feel like it?
Contract? Why, you bust up jackass. I had you on a weekly wage. I've been in the cattle business for 25 years, not fight many a tail boss.
Shut up. You got my ears to ringing so bad I can't think straight. Now, if you're so positive you're right, why are you against riding back to town for a legal hearing?
Because his brother's the county judge, for one thing.
You've got a lot to say around town, Dad. The court would favor you over Ben, and you know it.
Even the Rangers take his dictation.
Well, I'm here to prevent bloodshed. Now, move along to your horses.
No, wait. Give him the money.
Are you crazy?
No, give him every last nickel.
When you catch a horse thief, Haddock, you don't turn him free just because he gives you the horse back.
Lay off! I said get off the mount. Scorpion. You're trying to kill that man.
Nobody calls me a horse thief. Nobody.
But you kept choking him.
Give me that other hand. How's he look, miss?
He's still breathing, but...
Well, I'm sure he'll come around, but he shouldn't ride for a couple hours. Man, that poison's starting to get to me.
It's beginning to swell. You'd better get to a doctor and fast.
She's right, Travis. That bite is mighty close to the brain. If I were you, I'd forget about us and head for town.
You aren't me. Stick with him, miss. If he feels up to it, you can start for town. I'll send help out anyway, just in case.
Thanks.
You mind getting my hat? You mean you're going to stay here with him and leave me?
I'm not leaving you, Ben. I'll be along
He's
as soon
going
as
to take me into town looking like a common thief. The least you could do is ride in and stand by me.
I'll be along as soon as I can. I'm not leaving him here unconscious with snakes and scorpions and what all crawling in the rocks.
Thanks.
All right, keep going. Speed it up or I'll tie you under that saddle lead you. Oh.
I told you he was a fair weather man.
Everybody was angry.
That kind of ugliness does not show a normal man. Did you say that scorpion bit that ranger on the neck? Where is it?
Why?
See if you can find it.
Why?
Because I want to see it.
Here it is. He killed it.
Yeah, that's the small species. They're the most dangerous. How long have they been gone?
About 40 minutes.
Honey, get on your horse and take after him.
And leave you? Why?
Well, because I'm not up to riding. We don't know how ugly that man of yours can be. I'm worried about that ranger. With you along, Haddock might mind his manners, so get moving. I'll be along as soon as I'm up to it.
Get off your horse, Haddock.
I'm not going to make it, Ranger. Look, Travis, I'm not worth all this agony. I'll make you a simple deal.
Yeah?
You unlock these things, I'll put you on your horse and deliver you to the door of the nearest dock.
I suppose you'll be on your way.
Naturally.
No deal.
Look, you're the one that's in trouble. Because you're saddled with a lot of foolish moral codes. You won't shoot me down in cold blood. You'll get enough strength left to shoot. That doesn't sound much like an Arizona Ranger. Shooting down a prisoner that's handcuffed. You know, I didn't cause that bite. I'll give you 5 minutes the way you're swaying. Of course, you could always handcuff me to a tree. But then when you rode into town to get help, you might die. I'd die, too, because nobody would find me out here. Nobody, maybe, except the buzzard.
Then what's happened?
Fell off his horse. I offered to take him to a doctor, but he wouldn't listen. I never saw such a stubborn fool.
He's burning up.
It'll pass.
What do you mean it'll pass? He could die.
So there's nothing we can do about it. Now let's get moving.
I'm going to fix the hot poultice and try to get the poison out.
Jenny, I said there's nothing we can do about it. This is a break we deserve. Now get on your horse.
I'm not going.
I'm in this trouble because of you, and you're going to share it with me.
Please, Ben.
As it turned out, we didn't need your testimony, Captain, but I'd like to make your trip worthwhile. My wife and I would consider it an honor to have you as our guest.
Well, thank you, Judge Harkins, but one of my rangers is expecting me to join him. Some other time.
Any time, Captain.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Goodbye, Judge.
What's the matter, Jenny?
I'm just suddenly plain old tired out.
Just a few miles from town. We'll get a couple of rooms at the hotel. You can rest up then.
Doesn't that sage smell good? Why don't we camp out here?
See any reason why we can't? As a matter of fact, I'm a little tired myself.
I'm sorry for the way I acted, Ben.
Yeah, that goes for me too, Jenny. So why don't we just chalk this up as a day to be forgotten?
Mm-hmm. Let that go for all the girls in Phoenix and Bisbee.
Oh, wait a minute.
You're rotten all the way through. Boy, I'm glad this ugly day happened. Now give me that money.
Now listen, Jenny.
Hand me that money. Now, move over to those trees. Move! Keep moving.
Give me that money. You like that?
I guess you're the one that fixed that polis, ma'am.
Uh-huh.
Thank you.
What happened?
I learned to have a more healthy respect for scorpions.
Benjamin Haddock was subsequently tried for armed robbery and attempted murder and was sentenced to 7 years. in the territorial prison, Yuma, Arizona.
This is the story of 26 men who rode the Arizona Territory. High is the glory of 26 men whose courage helped to build the territory. 26 men who saddled up and then rode out to answer duty's call. 26 men who lived to ride again and fight for the rights and the liberty of all. This is the story of 26 men enforcing law within the territory. Praise be the glory of 26 men who rode the Arizona Territory.